All right. Hey, fellas. It is June 1st. We did it. Made it to June. It is a Tuesday, and we're going here. A little technical difficulty started off the show. As you can see, my co-host is not here. We'll be getting him over here shortly, I hope. For now, had a good Monday of sports yesterday. All sorts of good stuff. A couple key things. Had our NBA playoffs continue. Sixers could not get it done in Game 4 against the Wizards, no matter how much I thought they were. End up losing by 8. Philly still has that one 3-1. The other game yesterday was Jazz-Grizzlies. The Jazz take it to one game away from beating the Grizzlies in the series. Have a 3-1 lead over Memphis. So not a lot of NBA last night. Wizards took it though. Who would have saw that coming? Also, 2 hockey games last night. The Canadians managed to come back, save the series, and beat the Maple Leafs in Game 7. They win the series 4-3. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Also, we had Game 2 of Islanders-Bruins. The Islanders took this one 4-3 in overtime. The Islanders, I don't know how they did it, but they can hang with anybody. And that series is tied up. That I'm afraid to even bet on that series, but man, that's some good hockey to watch. What else do we have? Some MLB. Just got some MLB results. A lot on yesterday. Twins beat the Orioles 3-2. The Rays beat the Yankees. The Reds absolutely stomped the Phillies 11-1. Oh, here we go. Hey, buddy. Welcome back. All right, so fellas, we got this guy now.
Oh shit. Dude, the Canadians fucking won.
Who? Right? I was just saying that. Man, bring it back. Win in Game 7.
They were down 3-1, right? I'm not making that up.
They were definitely down. I don't know if they're already down 3-1, but man, they were down.
They were down bad. Down bad.
I think they won the first one. They won the first one, and then they might have had 2. Man, I can't believe they got out of that.
I think they won 3 in a row to take that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, ridiculous. Hang on, what are we talking about? What are we tweeting out to the fellas?
I was just recapping some games right now. Yeah, for anyone on, this is how it normally. All right, here we go. I think we got some more Julio news. Somehow, there's more Julio news.
Julio,
even though nothing has happened.
More Julio news.
But they're saying they'll take a second for him. That's pretty crazy.
Canadians improbable comeback.
The Copa America was moved to Brazil.
Oh wait, really? That's kind of a big deal, actually.
Yeah, there's a big COVID spike in Argentina.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. Shit, man. COVID still exists? Are you sure?
Hey, we're just not in the country everyone's making fun of now.
Nice.
And it actually
feels good. Hey, it feels good to be, not in the spotlight anymore.
Yeah, it was rough for a while, but we're back now. We bounced back.
It was a tough little stretch there. Not gonna lie. They had us in the first half.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie. They had us going in the first half, but back-to-back World War champs, so you can't beat us. Betting bullets. Odd makers grapple with Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson certainty. Oh my.
That is tough for the early bets, but then again, if you're like, oh, I'm going to make such an intelligent futures bet in June. If you're so serious or you can get mad and then like Deshaun Watson gets traded somewhere, it's like, well, no one said you had to do it now. It is a literal gamble.
I'm saying that we called the Canadians comeback because I did say the entire fucking time. We both said it the entire time that team's good enough to beat them.
We got some Aaron Rodgers news.
Ooh. Four. Oh, Sean, 4 WNBA games.
Let's go. That makes up for none yesterday a little bit. Doesn't make up for the disappointment in my heart, but
yeah, who in their right mind takes off Memorial Day? Come on. If the fellas show goes on Memorial Day, so does the WNBA, damn it. Unbelievable.
all I'm saying is
it's horseshit.
All I'm saying is I was ready to kick back and watch some WNBA. But it's all right. We'll have to do it tonight. It's fine. I'm
yeah, I mean, I guess.
Oh no, I'm not mad.
It's delayed today, but hey, man, I would really like to spend my Memorial Day watching WNBA at night instead of watching the Sixers fucking lose.
Yeah, I mean,
did we watch the Sixers?
Yeah, that was rough. I mean,
whatever.
Look,
they'll win game. They didn't want to win the series on the road. It's whatever. They'll win it when they come back home.
If Embiid's knee hurts
what happened?
I'm not. He's just knee soreness.
I was conscious during that game, you could say.
I think it was very, very preventative.
Was it?
Okay. Just listed as knee soreness.
Did he play at all or no?
Yeah, they pulled him out. Oh, I want to say early in the third quarter. But it was not.
I clearly was not watching that game.
I think he just was it was just not worth it. I'm glad they did it.
Yeah, it's preventative injury in the playoffs when you have a 3-0 lead on the road. Yeah. I mean,
for an injury-prone player, yeah.
For a player that literally needs to be playing, otherwise you will not win.
Yep, I'm cool with it. That's fine.
That's a fine. Yeah.
Sweeps are fun. Chips are funner.
Yeah, I agree. And plus, hey, they didn't want to clinch the 1 seed on the road. They didn't want to clinch the first round on the road. They're a big home team. They like being in front of their home crowd for big things. Okay.
The boys.
They'll come back and fucking destroy the Wizards. Destroy them.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little different back in Philly. Hopefully with Embiid.
And with some popcorn,
I will say, I do not like that team without Embiid on it as much.
Nope. I would agree.
I'm gonna say I don't. Mike Scott is, love the guy. Really, when he came down here, everyone loved him. The regional manager, people were big fans of Mike, and then he just hit that drop off.
And then, well, I mean, it's not. I mean, he doesn't play enough to really continue on what he.
Trust me. He'd get minutes. Not good.
Okay.
Not good.
Okay.
I still like him though, and his stupid emoji tattoos.
What in right mind would make you want to do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea. I could not tell you.
Okay. What news do we have?
I don't know. Want to get right
Besides, I will say, hey, before we continue on this talking about other sports, I would like to point out that we did, in fact, God damn, that wasn't even a hard tap. That was a light tap. That was light passion. We did fucking call the damn Canadians.
Yeah, true.
I've been telling everyone for how damn long that division is shit. The Toronto Maple Leafs are shit. The Canadians are shit. The Oilers are shit. The Winnipeg Jets are shit.
Tell them.
I told everyone from the beginning of that fucking playoffs that we could easily see the 2 bottom seeds come out. And we could easily see the Winnipeg Jets come out of that division. We could see the Canadians. We could see the Oilers. And I told everyone, I've been telling everyone for so long That division's
Tell him.
bad,
Tell
bad,
him.
bad.
Tell him.
As soon as they get out of that division, whoever wins that division will get swept in the next fucking round. I guarantee it. They're bad.
Tell him.
I told him.
Sorry, I blacked out there.
I don't think that the Canadians are gonna do the Cup of Maple Leafs. They're down 3-1. No. All those teams in that division should not be in the playoffs. Therefore, anything can happen in that division. Been saying it since the beginning, and I was right. Thank you.
Can we also take a moment to talk about that series and the fact that it was Canadians versus Leafs, and just people versus Leafs, and just like raking. It's like what a boring matchup of names, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know already by just the names themselves that the Maple Leafs were going to win that series, you're just clearly not a better.
Yeah, the Canadians beat the Maple Leafs every fall. It's called a rake. Come on now.
Show's going to shit.
Hey, I thought that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I hope everyone enjoyed their Memorial Day, by the way.
Yeah. It was a beautiful day out. At least out here. I don't know about over there.
Yeah, it was good here. Boy,
up there.
I just, I really wish the WNBA was on last night. That's all I have.
That would have been a cherry on top of the Memorial Day ice cream.
I would have gone 4-0 last night, which I will do tonight. Because there is 4 WNBA games tonight. But we'll talk about that at 11 o'clock. So if you're waiting for the WNBA, you got to listen to 40 minutes of news first. So sorry about that. Speaking of news, what do we have? Julio is still in the fucking news.
Yep. So
once again,
the Falcons.
Now what?
The Falcons came out. Boy, they must be desperate, because I feel like, what was it? The last time we were on here, they said they wanted a first.
Yeah.
Well, now they want a second. And I can't believe, no part of me will believe that no team has offered a first for Julio. I don't believe that. I think that despite the way this is going down, I think the Falcons and Julio have a good relationship still. Despite what happened on with Shannon Sharp and all that, I think they still have a good relationship. He's been there for so long. He's been respectable. They don't want, like, at this point, they're not in even a position where having him is going to help. Like, he's going to take up. I think it's a very, like, friendly situation. And I bet some bad teams offered it first, and I think they're really not going to do him dirty. And they'll be like, hey, second, if you're pretty good, wink, come get him.
Yeah. It's early second. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is anyone offering a first round right now is not a good team.
Right.
There's no good teams offering first rounds for Julio right now. Like, there's just not.
But yeah, I'm sure someone had to, like, there had to be a couple first off.
Oh, I'm sure they did, but it was probably the fucking.
Yeah, it was. Who knows?
It was the Jets or like Denver or something. Now, if Denver gets Aaron Rodgers, you best believe they're going to turn around and go straight for Julio as fast as possible. Just saying. Do we know what's going on there? Is Aaron Rodgers just trolling everyone in the entire world right now? Or he's just going to stay in Green Bay?
Oh, here we go. There's some Aaron Rodgers news that came out as well. Green Bay, for the first time. Now, so their position has been pretty staunch in that, no, we want Rodgers back.
And no, he's coming back. Everyone relax.
For the first time, they have mentioned an if, you know?
Oh.
They said
Starting to get a little close, huh?
Now, they said that they will move Rodgers if, quote,
if
it was believed he was truly committed to never playing for them again, and they would prefer a trade package over potential savings from his contract. But they don't yet believe that he's truly committed to leaving for good.
They're like, he's trolling, guys. He's trolling.
Yeah.
He's just trolling.
I think they still think they're trolling. They're like, look, if this dude is 100% never playing with us again, we'll trade him. Which I guess makes sense, because, at that point, what are you going to do?
You know, well, yeah. I don't know if I actually see him leaving. I was big on the Aaron Rodgers is gone train, but the longer this shit plays out, the more I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I
I just
don't
think
see him leaving Green Bay. Like it's the best spot for him. There is no
yeah.
better spot for him.
At the end of the day, regardless of the draft moves and the free agency moves and all the missed opportunities, it's still a pretty good team, and it's a good
I
spot. And I know he likes Lafleur.
He
It's
does. He does. It's not LaFleur that he's mad
it's
about.
front office, yeah. It's
It's front
Gunst.
office. He would
Gunst.
if he could get a good team and take LaFleur with him, I bet he would. Because
Oh
I think
yeah,
he
I
really
think
likes that coach. I think he really likes his team.
I'm
He's
gonna
just
be. I think if he
done,
could
man.
just slip out of there without any problem, he would.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be there anymore.
I
But I
don't
think he
blame
will.
him.
I think he still will be there, but I don't think he
Oh,
wants to be.
dude, and the problem is too is at this point, like you can clearly tell that he knows the best ideas for him to stay, but he doesn't want to because they've just treated him not how they should.
Not at all.
Dude, all you had to do was probably take a wide receiver in that draft. That's all you had to do. And Aaron Rodgers in the back of his mind was like, hey, at least they tried at the end. Like they at least they listened finally.
They
But
gotta get
no,
Julio.
they didn't. They just don't help him. They don't.
If they need to just be like, Rogers, we got you a present, and then just like open up a giant box and like Julio pops out and he's like, "What's up? Early 2020 second rounder."
I can't believe we're not talking about that more. The fact that
Julio to the
Green Bay
Packers.
just isn't in. Yeah, just
Yeah,
I haven't
'cause
heard
they have-
Green Bay's name one time. in
Yeah,
this
it's
whole thing.
very strange that they don't have it, especially because I believe they have the cap space.
I mean, they don't.
They're not
they
like
don't
one of the
pay
worst
anyone.
situations. Yeah, they're not. They're
They
not
don't pay
like
anyone.
Green Bay. I wonder what kind of picks they have.
How they looking on cap? They definitely would be able to afford him. And plus, even if they can't afford him, I guarantee Rodgers would take a pay cut for Julio to come in, or Devontae probably would. Someone would. Aaron Jones probably would. I feel like the whole team would take pay cuts just to. It seems like
I
a
mean,
very.
and you could probably
Wait. Aaron will not take a pay cut. He already said
no,
he's not
yeah,
going
that
to.
was not a thing. But I believe that I feel like almost anyone on the team would restructure in a way that their signing bonus comes out whatever to get the same amount of money. Just take
If
it
it
out of the
meant
cap.
Aaron Rodgers and Julio Jones,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure just about anyone on that team would restructure.
Yeah, they had to do that. Who was that for? Was that for Adam Jones that they had to restructure for, or he restructured for when they got Devontae? Something like that. They already went through something similar though.
I think someone had to restructure for Aaron Jones coming back. And I know Aaron Jones definitely did not get the contract that he wanted to. But hey,
So wait, Julio's cap hit this year was like what, 18 mil or something, right?
15.3
Okay.
and
so
then
that's not bad.
20.8 next year or something. But there's something weird with the next year's cap. It's avoidable.
Right.
some
Oh yeah.
degrees.
There,
It's
most
somehow
of it's in a bonus. I was looking at his
Oh
contract.
yeah. And
It's
it can
weird.
be restructured and blah 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 blah.
Um.
It'll get figured out.
So I guess teams with 15 mil in effective cap size right now, not to say it can't change at all because it absolutely can. You know that
Yeah.
it's always flipping all
And
around.
people are still signing a lot of players right now.
Yep, a lot of things that
The
still
Falcons
need to
haven't
fall into
signed their
place.
first round fucking pick.
There's a lot of things that need to fall into place.
Yeah.
But so it looks like the Pats can get him, football team can get him, Panthers, 49ers, Lions, Chargers, Browns, Bengals, Jets, Broncos, Jags. So I'm going to just take the first 4 off of that list. And then so Browns are the first good team with enough money.
Okay.
Chargers, I think that could be.
Yeah. I don't know if Julio wants to go to the Chargers though.
Yeah, it's the.
Does he make them legitimately like good enough to make a push? I don't think so.
I
Dude,
don't know what to say about the Chargers anymore. I don't know
The
what to say
problem
about the
is
Chargers
if Julio
anymore.
wants to go to a team that wins and is a contender, then the only 2 options are the Bucks and the Chiefs. I feel like, or maybe the Bills. I feel like those 2 teams are so
that's
far
the
ahead of
problem.
everyone.
That's the problem. And when you say you want to go to a contender, is it like a team that could maybe win division or
a team that cares about winning at
yeah,
least.
and win a playoff game or 2, or like that will win the championship this year? Because you're right,
It's
there's-
really only 2 teams. It's really just a discussion between 2 right now.
I think.
Now I know that the other teams could slide in there, and we could see a different Super Bowl than we saw last year. But the most probable Super Bowl this year
Yeah,
is Bucks Chiefs
if
again.
you're trying to sign on a contender, the two best teams right now in terms of their roster, and again, you never know with injuries, you never know with just a breakout season, you never know. But yeah, the gap is huge right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's ginormous.
Now I'd say that there's a couple teams I think that would become close. I think the only teams that are even close enough, I think the Bills were good enough that Julio would just take them to that next level on offense where they could keep up. They could keep up with almost anyone.
I think the Browns might be one of them.
The Browns, the Browns are close.
They are close. I feel like they're too mediocre. They really are.
Yeah,
they're really good. They're a very good team. They're going to do really well this season, I think.
I think so too. I think they'll win the North. I think they'll win the AFC North.
I think they'll have a lot of success for the next 5 years, but they don't feel like a team that's like good enough. They just aren't good enough.
My problem is it seems like one of those things. I think, basically exactly what you're saying. It's one of those things where it's like you really tried it. You had a window. You had all the players there, and it just wasn't.
Yep.
The
you
squad.
Had Pat Mahomes hurt in the last part of the game. You had the perfect, like that was the moment for you to upset someone.
And I think a lot of it now. Baker's shown improvement, and now he's shown kind of steadiness, kind of gotten off the roller coaster. But part of it's Baker.
Yeah. And let's not forget that they did almost beat the Chiefs. They did almost beat the Chiefs,
and they beat the Steelers in the playoffs without a coach.
Handedly.
And their coach wasn't even there. So they're close. I think. Yeah, I'd agree. They're close enough. I just think.
But it doesn't feel like a Julio would immediately propel them into.
The only reason I don't say that
is so good. Their wide receiver class is already so good.
The one thing they don't need to improve is their wide receiver core. They're chilling there. If anything, I feel like my biggest problem is he'll be wide receiver 1, and then Odell will go to 2, and then that moves Jarvis. I guess he can play. He likes the slot, I guess, but I think
it's a hell of a wide receiving core.
I think at the end of the day, though, based on what we've seen, Jarvis has been a better receiver for them than Odell by miles, purely by availability.
Mm-hmm. He's always open.
And then I think that you might have an option under Jarvis that's going to play better than Odell, because at some point you just miss too many seasons, you just miss too much time, and you lose that step. And I think that having too many big names might prevent them from actually being better at that position. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's just too
Because who are you gonna start? You have Julio, Odell, and Jarvis. Who are you gonna start besides them? You can't. One of them would have to have.
There is no other wide receiver that's even on that field.
Yeah,
they would go a 2 tight end set with Njoku, and is he still there? Did he get dealt? Because now they have. Hooper.
Yeah, he's still there. I think they have both of them.
Jeez.
Because
they better be airing that ball out 50 plus that. And then they got Nick Chubb in the back.
Here's the other thing, though.
Dude,
I would say
they are stacked on offense.
They are stacked on offense. They have an insane offense. They're Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt.
That's an insane offense now that I go back and think about it again.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the fact that they can't get it done with them makes you think that Baker's probably not the guy. If you can't get it done with that squad, I don't know who you're going to get it done with.
Yeah. And I don't know what the definition of getting it done is, because they did get it done. They did. You did it.
They did do a lot. They did a lot.
You did the whole damn thing. You won the most. You won a shitload of games, and then you won in the playoffs, and then you almost beat the Chiefs, who could have easily won the Super Bowl if they had a healthy team. Not easily, but they could have won the Super Bowl if they had a healthy team. So I don't know. Maybe if they do get Julio, maybe it is the little step that they need. But man, I just don't.
I just think whatever.
That's one team that just doesn't get dramatically better with Julio. Most teams get dramatically better with Julio, except for them and maybe a couple others.
If they made a big free safety signing or a big linebacker signing, I think it would make him closer than even Julio. Which is, I don't think there might not be another team I would say that about except for them.
Yeah.
The other one I think, which is kind of unfortunate, the Packers. Because obviously, if you make 2 NFC Championship games in a row,
Yep.
and then you put Julio on a roster. I think,
They're going
I
to get
mean,
better.
yeah, I think that's one of the closest ones. And then I think a little sleeper, Tennessee Titans. Because at this point,
Which I've heard that
consistent
they're now
success.
out of the running,
Yeah,
but it still makes a lot of sense.
yeah, they only have 3 million in cap space coming up in this year. They, yeah, I don't know what it takes to be in the running right now. This is a very confusing one because it feels like the
It's just
asking
the
price is
gap.
so low and everybody would want them.
Yeah.
Or everyone would want Julio.
I don't. Yeah. I just, man, that's a tough fit for anyone. I feel like
Are people saying
it,
Baltimore? Because I feel like Baltimore could be a good fit.
Baltimore should be up there. I think they are saying Baltimore because Baltimore should be.
They have
I mean,
like
you give
10.
Lamar
They have like
Jackson,
10 million
Julio.
in space, so they could do that.
If you give Lamar Jackson Julio, you will see Lamar Jackson throw the ball a lot more.
I also think that the Lions with Matthew Stafford and Julio Jones.
He hates the line.
I'm sorry, not the Lions. The Rams.
No,
I'm
the
just
Rams, yeah.
tripping. The Rams with Matthew Stafford and Julio Jones. They still
That
have
would be-
7 million space, and they're Wizards. They'll make that into 15
They'll
easy.
figure it out.
Um,
I mean, they got fucking Matthew Stafford for nothing, so
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty. Hey, whoa, they paid a lot for. Whoa. That was not nothing. That was not nothing.
hey man, Jared Goff is gone. That's all they wanted.
Yeah, congrats. Now you have another guy who hasn't done anything. Hooray!
Before we take it to a break, I just want to spit this fact out. We're
Mm.
switching sports real quick. Jacob DeGrom of the New York Mets has the lowest ERA through May since 1964.
Wow,
It's
that's a long
0.71.
time. That
It's
is a
0.71.
low ERA.
That means this man, on average, is giving up less than one run every single time he pitches. Not even less than one run. Like, people are barely getting one run on him.
Yeah.
Like 0.71? Holy fuck.
Less than 3/4 of a run.
If you ever see a pitcher below one, it's insane. And most times it's like 0.98,
Yeah.
0.95, 0.93 is about as low as I've ever seen it. 0.71?
So the question is, how much maple syrup he's got in his back pocket, or
Yeah,
or
how much sticky finger you got going on here, DeGrom?
how sticky
Jacob?
are your fingies?
Where's all that pine tar coming from, huh? That ain't sunscreen on the brim of your hat, I can guarantee that.
Oh, a little grease stop. Oh,
little
you
grease,
stopped at
huh?
Burger King on the way here. Had to wipe it on your hat. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Okay,
Jacob.
now. Okay.
Yeah, Jacob. However, 0.71 is fucking incredible. And even if he does have sticky fingers, that is still incredible.
I think that the MLB should introduce something where they rate the stickiness of the pitcher's fingers, and it's on a scale of 10, and whatever the rating is, 10 being the stickiest. That's how many times they get pegged by a ball. So it's kind of like the
I like that.
opposing pitcher gets to hit you with, if you have 10 out of 10 sticky fingers, you have to just take 10 baseballs to the body.
I like that, actually. That would make the game very entertaining. And with that amazing rule change, let's take it to a break.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Just kidding. That was just me. That wasn't even the real break, guys. Now here's the real break.
Oh,
Hey, fellas. We're
Fellas,
back now. We're gone for a minute, but I'm back now.
right
What
now.
are... All right, want to talk a little more news?
Yeah, I suppose. I guess. It's kind of our thing, huh?
It is our what we are here to do. Here's a little thing, a little
Yeah,
tennis. Uh,
tennis.
little
Ooh, that's
tennis.
right. Osaka.
Yup, the
Yeah,
second
the
ranked
the
woman in
French do
tennis.
not like Osaka right
It
now.
is bitter. It is not good right now. Uh, Naomi Osaka, for those who don't know, the second ranked woman in tennis, basically just got into it with the you know the
She skipped some media obligations, right?
yeah yep the start. That's how
She
it started out.
so she got like threatened almost by the French Open.
Yeah, the four open like
That
Grand Slam tournament, like the people that
mhm,
run them, they were
pissed.
pissed.
They were threatening her about like more sanctions and everything, so she just dropped out. She's literally like, it's not worth it for me to play in this tournament right now, which is crazy because if you don't know things about tennis, that's a major tournament.
Yeah,
That's like if that is quite literally if Tiger Woods was like the USGA who runs the golf organization or the PGA or the USGA, whatever. That's basically like the USGA being like, hey, Tiger, you didn't show up to a press conference. If you do that again, we won't let you play in the Masters. And Tiger turns around and he's like, fine, I'm dropping out of the US Open then.
yeah. So
Like, whoa, holy shit. Like, that's a big deal. That's a
yes,
huge tournament.
it's a huge thing. Um, it actually. So she ended up putting out someone on Instagram afterwards, after she made the announcement. Basically saying like, "Hey, this isn't something I ever imagined would happen, but the best decision for me right now and the players and the whole tournament is for me to stop." Like, and she basically came forward about having depression since the U.S. Open in 2018 and never really being able to cope with it. Um, and she's saying she's just very introverted, and that makes it even harder with like depression to try to be coming out here and like dealing with all the media. And she's just apologized. She's apologized. She's like, sorry to any journalists that I'm like, affected. Sorry to any of that. And then just I'm not in this tournament.
Hey, the woman didn't feel like talking to the damn press. Can we let her have like a little, hey, man, not everyone always wants to talk to the damn press every single fucking day.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
you can skip a fucking press conference and not get threatened to never play in a major tournament ever again. Especially when, hey, I have a few mental problems. I don't feel like talking to the world today. Can I just hide today and just play tennis today? Because that's actually what I do is play tennis for a living instead of answer questions
yes,
about how well I hit the ball and how I feel about today. Like,
it's
Jesus
great. The way
Christ,
this went
people.
down was crazy. This started on Wednesday, and so that was the first match, and she said, "I will not participate." Uh oh,
I'm
bye.
coming. I'm coming.
Um,
I'm coming. I'm
but
coming.
basically it was like, I will not. Hey, I will not do the press conference after this match. The negative comments and questions about my play is affecting my mental health. I can't go to that. Um, and then she won in the first round, and she didn't end up going. She was stuck to her word. Did not do the press conference. She got fined $15,000.
Jesus.
Um, and then threatened her with expulsion from the French Open and harsher penalties if more than not happen. And then she's like, "Well, I told you I
Okay.
can't. My
Bye.
my mental health is being affected by going to these things. I can't do it. I don't want to do it, and I'm not gonna be threatened." I think that's good too. I think this is good. It's a
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
it's a shame she has to go through all this and she can't just play tennis, because it's like,
It's
dang,
literally what she
like,
does for a living.
let's see one of the best tennis players on earth play tennis. Like, can we just please see that, Mister
I have a
Tennis Man?
feeling. I have a feeling the French committee, whatever you want to call them, I don't know how tennis works. Whatever committee was like, if you don't do it, we're gonna suspend you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna hit you with fines. We're gonna do it. And Osaka turned around and was like, fine, I drop out then. Like I can't do it. And the French Open was probably like, wait, uh, Wait, that's not quite what we. Okay, you don't have to do the media things. We were wrong. Can you just come back and play, please? I have a feeling that they immediately, as soon as Osaka was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing because I don't want to do this because my mental health can't like handle it." I bet she dropped out, and the French Open was like, "Whoa, that's not quite what we meant by that." No, because that's like, sorry, Osaka is a huge. The reason like Osaka gets a huge market from Japan, and I know that because I was in Tokyo when Osaka won her first major, and Tokyo was going insane because she's Japanese American. And I think she's the first Japanese American that's ever won a Grand Slam. So there's a huge market from there, and it's a huge market from the U.S. because she's an American. Like I know she plays tennis under the Japanese,
Yeah,
like
she
under
plays
the
for Japan,
country of
yeah.
Japan, but she's American. Like, and America takes pride in Osaka. Like that's our next Serena Williams of tennis. Like it's
Right.
Osaka. So they're losing two massive markets with Osaka being out. Massive markets.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I have a feeling that the French Open was not happy with Osaka's decision to drop out. That is a lot of viewership that just was lost because Osaka's done. Like, imagine if Serena did that. Like, there are so many people not watching.
Serena Williams did have a comment on this. It was interesting. She said, "I feel for Naomi. I wish I could give her a hug. I've been in those situations. You have to let her handle it the best way she can." It sounds like I don't know.
I mean, and Serena's had her fair share of problems with
yeah.
the committee and shit like that too. Like, Serena understands that. Yeah. Hey.
But it seems like every other, at least like all the other like female tennis players, anyone that said anything is just like, yeah, I understand. Like, yeah, nobody's like, no, I'm honestly surprised that no one came out and was like, hey, you gotta just do it.
Just buck up.
You gotta just talk to him. It's a sport. You're a player.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are the big tennis higher ups that did say something along the lines.
Oh yeah, but it seems like as far as all the players are totally in her court, which makes you think that it must be maybe tennis press conferences are just like brutal or something. You know,
I mean, it can't be fun. Like,
it is.
No one wants to sit there and talk about shit that they're about to do. Like, the last thing I would think that someone wants to do before playing in a Grand Slam, where your nerves are probably already getting to you and shit like that, is go out and have to talk about it. And like, it's probably not fun,
especially in such an like individual sport, where every question will be on something that you either didn't do, or you have to do. Like, it's everything like you.
Osaka, in the fifth set, how did you feel about that fourth swing?
Bad.
Well, I don't really remember it. Was that the one that I hit on the line, or was that the one that went out? Well, see, look at the replay here. See how you hit the ball like this? Oh yeah, I guess I did. I was just kind of playing tennis like I always do, like I've trained for my entire life, and I guess I just hit a bad shot. Next question. Oh, Osaka, how do you feel about? I just played like, oh man, shit pisses me off. Can we just not? And then this goes back to the NBA and the guys saying it too. Is like, this isn't a fucking zoo. These are real people.
Yeah, it also goes like with what Kevin Love is going through too. He's pretty
that's
pretty
right.
open about his mental health stuff. Yeah, like some like what's it called? There's it's the thing that's like you just think you don't deserve anything you have. It's I forget what it's called, but it's like it just makes you think that you're not worthy of anything, and it makes you just like guilty of even having things, and he's dealing with that. You're seeing a lot more athletes come out about it, which is good, because you have to like imagine, boy, are you in a high pressure situation. Like, pressure. The number of eyes on you, the stakes, especially like, or at least we hear it with these big time athletes, but I feel like the stakes for like a smaller time athlete is a bigger, like if you're a dude on a minimum contract in the NFL playing probably one of the 2 seasons you're ever going to play, and you're like, okay, I need to not fuck up in practice and get cut, like or else my family doesn't eat. Like, well, I've been grinding my whole life to do this, and then I just need to stay on the team. Like, I need to not. It's
dude,
crazy pressure.
Social media has to make it fucking god awful.
I mean, I know just no escape
from just running the Twitter fellas account with our little 1,300 followers. Like,
right,
dude, you get death threats. You get fucking people that are just weirdos saying some random shit, and while it doesn't matter at the end of the day, like, there's only so much blindness you can have. Like, I'm sure Osaka's got people fucking messaging her from around the world saying some weird shit and all this other stuff, and you've got all this pressure. Yeah, dude, it's not fun. It
It's
can't be fun.
brutal.
And then you got to go talk about it after.
Yeah, right. That's
Which, I'm sorry. When's the last time you saw a post game interview with someone and you were like, wow,
riveting. Thank you.
what a great fucking interview. What a
Yeah, no,
God,
we
I
just
feel so much more enlightened and that I know so much more about that player now.
yeah, we
When's the
just
last
we
fucking time
followed
did anyone do that?
coach's game plan. You know, we were playing really well. Other team also played really well, but you know, we were just hustling. Followed coach's game plan. You know, coach told and you know, we're looking forward to the next game.
First of all, I'd like to thank not only God but my coach.
Coach.
It's just the same shit every time. Like, why are we still doing this? Ask him one question. How do you feel about today? Ah, not too bad. You know,
That's
was a
the
good
whole
day.
thing. It's like
That's all good.
there's like
All
the
right.
two attitudes. Is like it's like oh, shut up and play, unless it's something that we're gonna put on TV and advertise on. Then don't
Yeah.
shut up and play. Then stop
Then
playing
talk
and
to
talk.
Yeah. It's just so pick and choose. I hate the media. Hate the media.
It does seem like all the open officials are willing to. They've had. Hey, it seems like despite all the kind of what's been going on in the media and all like the back and forth things you're hearing, it seems like Osaka has had, you know, like actually written letters and like for actual change and like actual discussion, which is good. It seems like they're planning on having a discussion about how to make it better for the athletes. A come to Jesus moment. Everybody come around. So it seems like maybe this will turn into something good. I'm glad to see people are open to it and not just completely just like, oh, shut up, just go out, please, go out and talk, you know, just go to the media. I'm glad that there's something being done. It's a shame it had to be this whole thing, but
yeah, could have just
that's what it
listened to the
takes.
damn girl earlier,
It's what it takes, man. It's how you change stuff, I guess.
Oh well. But yeah, interesting stuff. I can't remember the last time someone dropped out because the officials made them mad.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what comes of this because I'm sure the French Open was like, oh fuck,
Actually,
that is not what we wanted to do.
over the summer, when was this? I forget what one it was. She also when a lot of athletes were not playing for as like a protest for police brutality and stuff over the summer.
Oh yeah.
She also refused to play in a semifinals match, and that already drew a lot of attention. So I'm sure that did not help the way that the officials were feeling towards her.
Yeah.
It's just a whole. Oh, I don't know. Tennis
It's a
seems
whole
like
thing.
one of those ones where it's like, oh, there's all
lot,
the tradition,
dude.
all the.
Very traditional and a lot of money. Tennis,
Yeah. Yep.
a ton. I mean, look at their top sponsors. It's Rolex. It's every single premium luxury brand is associated with tennis for a reason because there's so much money. So much money.
Out on the clay.
And yeah, it's definitely a traditional sport, so I'm sure they were not happy with her. Not happy. We could take it into bet and take it to break and then bets. Got any more news for us? It's a slow Tuesday. No scandals on Memorial Day, unfortunately.
Eric, I have a question.
Hi.
Completely off topic.
Yeah.
But I think maybe what happens in the playoffs for NHL when the team from the North has to play a team that's in America?
It's the same shit. It's just bigger.
Are they allowed to travel yet?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
The NHL is allowed to travel. I think every sport's allowed to travel now.
But like out of the country?
Yes, I believe. I'm sure they have.
Because they've only played
teams
teams in Canada the entire season.
Yeah, and I don't know Canada's ruling on COVID right now.
Because I know they, for the first time, they are not as open as we are. They finally had like the first responders allowed into one of the playoff games, but it was like 3,000. Like, they're not even half capacity yet. So I don't know, but I have a feeling this was figured out pre-season
when they were doing it, because I think if this season was allowed to change on the fly, they would have changed the divisions. Seeing how COVID is in a better spot than it was at the beginning of the season, I don't think they would have stuck to, you play your little region and you play your little region, and at the end of it, we'll all come together, kind of thing. I
Yeah.
feel like if they were able to change it on the fly, they would have changed playoffs, because I think playoffs are not as exciting right now because everyone has to play their region that they've been playing in the whole time.
Yeah.
Even though NHL playoffs are fucking magnificent right now. Um, but
Probably.
that is a very
Probably.
good question. That is a very good question, and I don't know the full answer. However, I would assume that they have figured this out previously, and that teams from Canada can travel back and forth.
I'm trying to
It
look it
will
up
be
now.
interesting to see though, because traveling into Canada is a different story. Traveling
Yep.
out of Canada is one thing to go play somewhere else. It's another thing getting a team from the US to go into Canada
Mm-hmm.
to play. That will be
So
interesting.
it looks like Canada requires a 14-day quarantine before. Is that to come in or to leave? Seems before leaving the country.
So maybe they just have to,
14.
but
Yeah,
they'll be
yeah.
playing games in that time though.
Yeah, 14-day. It's too long. So I think it seems like I'm trying. I looked. I found something about it. It seems like there isn't currently a plan. It says, I mean, just this headline is the authorities are trying to clear a path for cross-border travel for teams in playoffs. The travel exemption is a work in progress.
Wow. So they actually don't have it figured
So,
out.
so
So I mean, it's fine. They're all the four shittiest teams in the playoffs, anyways. They don't deserve to
yeah,
be there. We
I
can honestly
think,
just give them their own playoffs and be like, "Hey, this is the junior playoffs. Congrats, you're the champion of
I
fucking
think, I think
Canada.
what's
No one
probably gonna
cares."
happen is they'll probably. I don't. Either they won't. I don't think they'll be able to go back and forth. They'll either play like two games up there and then have to play the rest of the series down here or something, or
Yeah,
maybe even.
it'll be a different break in the series for sure. It'll be
You know.
something different. Great question though, because I did not think about that before. This is why Canadian teams should just stay in the CHL instead of the NHL, because it's National Hockey League and not the Canadian Hockey League.
Their nation.
It's not the Continental
That'd
Hockey
be
League.
sick though.
It's the National Hockey League. The nation,
Well,
one
they already
nation,
took the
under God,
CHL.
indivisible,
Indivisible
liberty and justice for all.
for
Not oh
everybody.
Canada. There's my Canadian rant for the day. Let's take it to a break, and then when we come back, we will talk bets for the day. We will talk a parlay for the day, and we will talk 4 WNBA games tonight.
A parlay?
Yes, sir. Hit our
Oh
parlay
my
yesterday.
gosh.
Hit
We
our
did get a
parlay
parlay.
yesterday, and the Twins were in it. Motherfucker. Not only did I win a game that I bet on with the Twins, I won it in a fucking parlay.
Let's go.
Suck it.
Let's freaking go. Way
Suck
to
it.
go, bud. Way to go.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. We'll be right back.
Bets when we come back.
Yep. That's me. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Fellas,
We're back.
we're back. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the day. We're going to take a look
Events.
at every game, every line, all the numbers.
All of them. Sean,
What's up?
let's start with the lone NHL game tonight.
All by himself.
7:30, we have game 2 of Lightning Hurricanes. Hurricanes at home because they are the better seed, even though most people don't realize that because the Lightning are a better team. Hurricanes at home getting favored tonight, unlike the last game. They're at -115. The Lightning are at -103 on DraftKings. Hurricanes getting 63% of public tickets and 84% of public money. That seems like a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot for a team that is not the better team, in my opinion. Now, the way I see this game, the Lightning are a better team. The Hurricanes have been inconsistent, struggled a little bit against the Predators. The Lightning really, the best two teams in the Southern Division was the Panthers and the Lightning. It's not the Hurricanes. Even though some people think the Hurricanes are the second best team, or maybe in the first in the Southern Division, they're not. They just don't have all the pieces they need to make a very, very solid and contender team. The Lightning, on the other hand, do. They have defense. They have incredible offense. Their power play is fucking absurd. They literally score every single time on power play. And backing them is one of the best goalies in the NHL, besides Grubauer. I would not be surprised if the Lightning stole both in Carolina. They stole the first game. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again. And, man, anytime you can get Lightning near or plus money, I just say take it. The Hurricanes is not a bad pick tonight. However, public is stacking on them in a back-to-back, and I know why, because they lost game 1, and they think that game 2 they'll come back even harder and stuff. But, boy, the Lightning have been getting disrespected this entire playoffs.
It really seems like it.
Absolutely disrespected. People, I think that, I don't know what it is, but I think people are really underestimating how big the impact was when Nikita Kucherov and Steven Stamkos wasn't in that lineup. And let's remember that Kucherov wasn't in that lineup since September 28th. He was gone for 6 months. And the first game he came back, he scored 2 goals. And he's been a difference maker ever since he's been on the ice. I think people are really underrating how much of an impact that player coming back was. And at the same time he came back, Stamkos came back after being gone for about a month. And we all saw the stretch of the Lightning not doing well at the end of the regular season. And that's because their 2 fucking best players were gone. They were still a good team, but they're not consistent. Now they're consistent and a good team. I could honestly see the Lightning sweeping the Hurricanes. That's a hot take that no one's going to agree with. Yummy foe.
Hey.
Yummy foe.
Yeah, you hear that
honestly,
new? Yeah, you hear that new Yummy Foe track though?
I might have heard it. I just think the Lightning are getting absolutely disrespected in this playoffs. I think that their future being at plus 500, plus 600, whatever it is to win the Stanley Cup is fucking ridiculous right now.
Great value right now still.
Oh, great value.
Great value.
Hockey,
check it out.
Hockey futures have great value all across the board because
right now.
For some reason Vegas thinks that Colorado is just going to bulldoze their way all the way to the Stanley Cup, and they're kind of forgetting that the East Division is the best division in hockey, and the Bruins are sitting there. And then you have a healthy Lightning team sitting in the South.
Hey, Islanders took one on the Bruins too.
Dude, they're both. Oh my God, how many times have we said it, Sean? The East is just a bunch of contenders.
And over again.
And we don't even worry about that Northern Division because they're gonna get swept as soon as
they're not even allowed in the country yet.
They're not even allowed in the damn country for a reason.
How is that in progress?
Like just now, we're figuring this out.
We could be like 4
games
a month away
from the Stanley Cup.
We're not very far.
We're literally like less than 2 months away from the Stanley Cup.
After this series, right? That'll be the winner from the North. It'll be the winner from
it'll be the winner of the North that plays the winner of the South.
Hey, figure that one out, guys.
Yeah, and that's like
that'll be awkward if you're like,
tomorrow.
Hey.
You guys can't leave the country, so that whole Stanley Cup thing.
14-day playoff break.
Yeah,
No, we'll come back to. I'm
it's
they'll figure.
stupid.
I'm sure they. If
They
I mean,
they'll
if they
figure it
just
out.
test
It'll be
everyone, they should be allowed. I don't know. Whatever. Just
whatever,
interesting, though.
man.
Man, that's a
It
mess.
is. It doesn't matter anyways because whatever team comes out is going to get swept because it's the worst division in hockey by a mile, and that's why the Canadians just beat the Maple Leafs after dropping 3-1. Just saying. But no, I like the Lightning in this spot tonight, especially because the public is absolutely stacked on them. I get why you would take the Hurricanes tonight in a back-to-back situation and normally flip-flops. And seeing them down 0-2 going to Tampa Bay doesn't seem possible, but I'm telling you, if this was Lightning Panthers right now, I would not be talking as much rah-rah with the Lightning. But because it's the Hurricanes and they are an inconsistent team,
It's raw
I'm saying
time.
it now, dude. I'm telling you, the Lightning can sweep the Hurricanes. I'm telling you. They might sweep them. And if they do, I will not be surprised.
So
Hot take of the day.
what
Hot
this
take
is,
of the damn day.
and what you're saying is, right now we're looking at a pick 'em, and you're picking them.
And I'm picking them.
He's picking them.
But yeah, Lightning tonight. I don't really know about the under over. This is going to be a strange series because there's going to be 40 plus shots on each side, but there could only be like 1 or 2 goals because both goalies are very good. Both defenses are very good. Both power plays are very good. Like, it's just, man, I don't know about that one. I would lean the over just because it's 2 high powered offenses.
Yeah.
But I could also see this being a 2-0, a 1-0, a 2-1 game. And honestly, a big part of it is power plays. How many penalties get taken? Because if there's a bunch of power plays, there will be a fuckload of goals. Because both power plays are just absolute. The Lightning power play is nuts. Like, doesn't make sense how good it is. So that's NHL, the one lone NHL game for the day.
Only one.
Which is unfortunate because I wanted to watch some fucking hockey tonight. Damn. Let's go to NBA. What do we got for NBA? 7:30. Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. We're back in Brooklyn.
Oh man,
Nets.
Is that a big spread?
12 and a half. 13.
It's up to 13 on DraftKings now, yeah.
13 on DraftKings for the Nets at home. Getting 69% of tickets. Nice. And 97% of money. Holy shit.
Nets minus 13.
On minus 13, it is getting 97% of money. Oof. That is a hell of a spread. A hell of a spread that I think they could maybe actually cover, but that's a hell of a spread to be stacked on.
I don't think, no matter how confident I am in a team, would I take an NBA team minus 13 in the playoffs. I don't think I could ever make that bet.
I don't think so.
That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. And honestly, I could see them doing it. I could see them crushing Boston tonight. But it's also the Boston Celtics, which
it's just those double digits. This is like deep into This is not. Dude, you
10. You could be up 30 at half and still not cover 13 at the end of the game because you bench all your starters and shit.
I was saying, like, if they have a 15, 17 point lead with like 3 minutes left in the last quarter,
you're probably not covering.
That's not oh man,
that's a lot of points. The under over is set at
233.
233, which is
that
up from the last
high.
One. And that is getting 94% of money on the under.
Yeah.
It does seem high. However, last game was what? 260 something?
Yeah. No, they were going crazy.
The Nets scored what? 150 and then Celtics scored 120?
Yeah. I suppose that's just there on account of the Nets existing.
I think it's because the potential to go over is so extremely high from these two teams.
100%.
And that's why it has to be set so high. Because realistically, 233 is absurd. And that's 116 to 117 for quick math people. That's a lot. However, it's the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. So I could easily see it going over 233.
Yeah.
Not going to bet it. 94% of money is on the under, which is interesting. So if you're looking for a play and you want to fade the public, I would be taking the over in the Boston Celtics Nets game.
So it seems like everyone they're thinking
everyone's stacking on. Yeah, everyone thinks that number's too high too.
The Nets are gonna win, but not
the Nets are gonna
that
win
many points.
Yeah,
but they're gonna win by 13.
See, that's the thing.
That's so dumb. Why would you?
That's so dumb.
If the Nets are covering 13, they're over 233.
This is why we fade the public, because the public does stupid things like bet on the Nets to win by more than 13, yet not think that the game is gonna be high scoring. This is why the public is fucking stupid. Holy shit, these lines just make no sense. Don't understand the lines. Uh 9 o'clock. We have the Trailblazers and the Nuggets. The Nuggets are finally getting favorited. Holy shit. It's about time that the better team gets favorited in this damn series. They are getting -2 on DraftKings. 71% of tickets, 75% of money is on the Nuggets. So finally, people are realizing that the Nuggets are a good team. It's about damn time, is all I have to say. It seems like the public is finally swinging over the Nuggets. Vegas is finally realizing that they should be favorited. I do like the Nuggets tonight.
Yeah,
I think they're in a good spot.
I think
I think the
-2.
Trailblazers have had their run. It was a great run. They got hot at a perfect time, but man, the Nuggets are just the Nuggets.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, I think the Nuggets are just clearly the better team. I think it's totally possible they drop a game to the Trailblazers still. I think it's totally possible, but in a situation like this where one team has just been better, and you have -2, I think I would ride the Nuggets here, even with the.
Their money line is getting 62% of tickets, 71% of money at -127. So they're really not getting stacked on that hard. They are a little bit. Public is definitely leaning Nuggets. However, it's not a stack by any means.
Yeah.
I like the Nuggets tonight. I think at home, they're looking to wrap up the series quick. They don't want to keep going. I mean that's all teams, but yeah, Nuggets. The under in that game is also getting a fuckload of money at 85%.
Under
Only
226 and a half.
Under 226. I've been taking the over in most of these games this series, and they've been hitting. I just feel like these two teams can put up a lot of points, and they both need to in order to win because neither of these two teams are going to win off defense. They're just not good enough defensively, both teams. So that's at 9 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock, oh my god, we have the Suns getting favored by 5, even though they were +6.5 and 7 the last two games.
Well,
Now they're favored by 5, and 54% of tickets, 57% of money. Is that because AD's out?
I'm gonna assume AD's got to be out.
That line would only be like that if AD's actually out. I'm sure ESPN wasn't going to tell anyone until 2 minutes before tip off, but hey.
I haven't heard that he's in though.
I have not, but I'm sure it'll be questionable for the last 10 seconds. Even if he does play, he's got to be limited, right? Because it wasn't a pretty injury. Or like,
No,
he definitely doesn't feel good. Davis underwent an MRI and is considered day-to-day after being diagnosed with a strained left groin. And he'll officially be listed as questionable for Tuesday's game 5. Hey, man, as someone who's torn my groin and torn my hamstring, those are two of the worst fucking injuries ever because they just don't go away. There is not enough tape. There's not enough ibuprofen. There's not enough anything to make that injury not hurt. And if your groin isn't at 100%, you are not moving up and down that court like you should. You're not jumping like you should. You're just not doing anything like you should. If he does overextension of the splits or something, like he just spreads his legs too far, he's gonna cry. I promise you. That shit hurts bad. It's not fun. Those are two of the worst injuries, and just injuries that do not go away. You have to just stop. You have to lay in bed and do nothing for that to heal. So like I said, even if he does play, which obviously gives the Lakers an advantage.
Yeah, he's pretty good at basketball.
Like, it doesn't matter if he's only at 50%. He's still going to make a difference in this game. However, for all of you that go to the same game, because I've seen a lot of same game props and stuff, I would not be taking AD tonight. Even if he does play, I would not be taking AD tonight. That's a tough injury. And AD is not known as the toughest guy in the league. Sorry for AD fans, but he's not overly tough. -5. I kind of like the Suns here. Their money line is getting 88% at -210. I mean, if AD doesn't play, the Suns will definitely win by 5, I would think.
Here's the only thing I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking the exact same thing as you. And that's why I think that if AD is out, LeBron will not let the Lakers lose. That's why I'm afraid of it, because it seems like it should be easy. It should be easy Suns cover.
Do you think LeBron has the capability to change games by himself still? Because I'm under the impression that he doesn't anymore. I don't think he actually, and he's still a great basketball player. He's still one of the top players. Like, but I don't think he alone can change the course of a game anymore. I really don't. I haven't seen him do it in a while, and maybe that's why. I just haven't seen him put in a position to do it. He hit a clutch three the other day, but like it was just three. It wasn't like he went off for 50 and then hit a game winner. And like I don't think LeBron. I think AD does. I think AD can turn around a game by himself. But if LeBron is by himself with no AD and his next best player is what, fucking Kuzma or something, I don't know if he has. I don't know if he's good enough anymore. Honestly, I would like to hear your opinion.
I think he's good enough. I guess I'm gonna sound like it, but like
if you're in the chat, let us know too.
The Lakers.
I want to. This is interesting.
The Lakers supporting cast around him, besides AD, is pretty rough.
Schrader.
But like,
that's not.
So when the next two best players are Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Kuzma, like don't get me wrong, Schroeder's a good point guard, really good like 6-man or something.
But he's not Kyrie.
Right. Kuzma is a basketball player.
He does in fact play basketball.
And so with those two guys, there is. Man, I think LeBron could do it, but boy, is it going to be really, really hard with this squad.
4 years ago, if you gave me this exact same squad, I'd be like, it doesn't matter who's around him. It's LeBron. Like, it doesn't matter who's with him. Like, even if AD's out, like, it's LeBron. He can change the game by himself. But right now, seeing LeBron play this season and just everything that's been going on, I seriously don't think he can do it by himself anymore. I don't think he's talented enough anymore.
I don't know. I guess, hey, I can keep saying, but I've been high on the Suns, and I am afraid to take -5 in this because I think he could. I think he can still. I think he can. I think
we'll find out tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man.
This is gonna be a good game to watch if AD's not in because I just want to see what happens. Not necessarily even from a betting perspective. I just want to see how the team reacts without AD and how LeBron reacts. Because I know they did it in the regular season, but this is playoffs now. And this is typical LeBron, doesn't have a good supporting cast, needs to take the game in his own hands. And LeBron is not the game changer he once was. Yeah, I agree, Todd. Now, that's not just because he's not the game changer he was doesn't mean that he's still not a game changer. And that's what I'm kind of thinking. That's my question is he still can he still alone change the course of a game? Can he take a game in his hands and win it for his team by himself? 4 years ago, abso-fucking-lutely. It's LeBron. Of course he can.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know.
The thing is, I don't know. We've had to. 4 years ago, there wasn't a question. I mean, even now, it's like 4 years ago, it was like.
I mean, even last year, I went to raise this question.
No, I don't know, but
it was quite literally just this season.
Until this season, right? It has been if LeBron is on team, they go to final. Period. I don't care about anything else.
You have LeBron, you go to final.
Right, LeBron equal final. So I'm just saying, yes, this was not the LeBron we always see. In terms of his season stats, in terms of his versus his career, he averaged higher than his career average in rebounds, higher than his career average in assists, and it was only 2 points below his career average in points per game. He hasn't fallen off as much as people think. I think that the biggest change we've seen in LeBron is I think he plays smarter. I think he can still take it over, absolutely. And I think he'll do it when he has to. That's what because whenever he's been in this situation. I mean, AD has been out. AD's been down. I don't know. I think we're just seeing an older, smarter LeBron that isn't going to tear it up every day. But I think that That's the thing. I haven't it's tough. I
It's
haven't seen
tough.
because
It's
I
tough
haven't seen him take
because
over a game in a
this is
while.
the start. Like we've listened to the critics for multiple years being like, "Oh, is this LeBron's downtrend?" It's like, no, he's still fucking great, playing great basketball. And this isn't even to say that he's not playing great basketball right now. It's that this is going to be the first time that he truly has to take a playoff game by himself. And seeing how he's been all season, which you're right, he's been playing smarter because I think he has to. He can't just rely on his body anymore. He can't rely on just raw fucking
Absolutely,
LeBron. And he
absolutely.
has to play
Because
smarter. So I'm wondering if he can flip that switch back and be like, yeah, hey, bitches, I'm still fucking LeBron. Like, watch this shit.
it's the same this season. 25 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists. Dude's cruising. Dude's still playing. He's balling out. And the thing is, they were never gonna be that team. Well, first of all, he didn't play some of the season.
Yeah,
but then
his ankle wrecked him.
yeah. So he's coming back from that. The thing is, and he got them into the playoffs at least throughout all that. And well, I haven't seen him take over a game because it just hasn't had to happen in 2 years. Because last year, him and AD basically cruised their way through that playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fucking Mickey Mouse championship.
Yeah, that was Mickey Mouse. But so it's not that I just haven't seen him
That's
in
the
the
thing. I
opportunity.
haven't seen him
but
do it in so long.
I haven't seen him not do it though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like
Yeah.
he's ever had the opportunity and then failed at it. So that's why hey, until I see it not happen, I'm gonna assume he can do whatever he wants. That was after I think like after the 8th time Tom Brady was supposed to be finished. Maybe the 10th.
Yeah. No, like
Remember that? It was was it like 2016 we were saying he was done and then he won that Super Bowl and then he won
Remember 2019 when people said when he left the Patriots he would never win again, and then he went and won a Super Bowl.
I don't know.
I remember that year. What a crazy year.
But
no, I mean
hey,
he's the GOAT. He's GOAT Junior behind Michael Jordan.
Disagree,
he's GOAT
but we
Junior.
won't get into that.
We won't get into that. That's not a conversation we need to have. He's GOAT Junior and
but we're a
GOAT
sports
Junior,
show. We have to have it.
Goats do GOAT things, and there's a reason why you don't bet against Tom Brady, and there's a reason you don't bet against LeBron. I'm just wondering if we are starting to see if this is the start of, because like you said, he has to play smarter now. I haven't seen him control a game like he used to. I'm excited to see if he can still do it. It's gonna be fun to watch if AD doesn't play tonight. I'm actually more excited for this game if AD doesn't play.
Yeah, it's more interesting for sure. Because
I
and not to even say, I really like the Suns. I do not like the Lakers at all. If from a pure fan standpoint, like I hope Devin Booker drops 55 and just goes home. Like it's great, but hey, can't ever forget about LeBron James. You can't
Anyways,
forget about him.
Sun getting -5. Public is basically split 50-50 on this. I'm pretty much split 50-50 on this because of the conversation that we just had.
Okay,
However,
do you want to hear something crazy?
I would think the Suns can win by 5 tonight.
This is something crazy. So, you know how I just said his season average was 25 points a game, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.6 assists. His numbers without AD on the court are 24.9 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 7.8 assists. It's literally exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I don't even. Man, I have no idea what we're going to see tonight.
If he gets 24-7-7 tonight, they're going to lose.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That is not going to fly tonight.
That's the thing. 24-7-7 is not good enough.
I'm really surprised at how exactly the same it is.
Yeah, and I don't think I would have guessed much different, honestly, because like I said,
thought it'd be high. I honestly thought it'd be better.
But that's what I'm talking about is I haven't seen him control a game when AD's not there. Like he's not getting 35, 10, and 12. He's getting 24, 7, and 7, whether he's there or not. And that's why, unless he drops 35 tonight and gets 10 boards with 15 assists, they're not winning. He has to absolutely go off tonight.
Now, here's the other thing, though. Now, this is going back to last season, but late in the season, I think like post All-Star break, AD was hurt for a while, and when was it? It was probably January, February, and LeBron had to move like, I don't know, I think it was probably 10 games without AD or something like that, and that got people to the point where people were like, it was like, oh, okay, we're back to MVP LeBron. Like his play, the last time he had to play important games without AD, he did play at. So here's a big different one. He was averaging like 33 points without AD that year, and it was like, so the question is, how much has the last year changed him? I don't know.
Yeah, and he is coming off an ankle
He is
injury.
coming off an ankle injury.
It'll be interesting to watch tonight. I'm very
excited. The team is worse this year than it was last year as well.
I agree.
Losing Dwight was bad for them. Losing
Dwight was very bad for them.
Yeah. Good for me.
As a betting man, I am taking the Suns -5 tonight. I think that's not a bad pick.
I can't say it's bad.
I truly don't think LeBron has enough to do it by himself. I really don't. And not against the Suns, too. Like, that's going to take more than just one good player to beat that Suns team.
That is a good team.
Because the Suns have more than one good player to beat the Lakers. I just see more angles, more possibilities for the Suns winning by 5 and the Lakers not losing by 5.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And with that, MLB bets for the day. That was a good little rant, though. I enjoyed that conversation. That was a fun one. MLB.
He's fascinating.
We got the stupid ass fucking Toronto Blue Jays that play at 7:07 because of the fucking Canadian national anthem.
Wait, how do they play?
What do you mean?
How did the Blue Jays travel?
Oh,
I'm so confused.
Wait.
It must not be that hard to get an exemption then.
Do they only play at home? No.
Do they only play away?
No, because they're at home tonight.
Well, then I don't know.
It can't be that hard then. The NHL is making a big deal out of nothing then. If the fucking, I didn't even think about that. Toronto's been playing this whole time. Anyways, Marlins at Blue Jays tonight. Blue Jays getting -162, Marlins +133. Bets are pretty even with the public. Blue Jays getting 62% of tickets, 65% of money. Blue Jays have been one of my favorite teams to bet on as of recent. They've been now again, not going to talk out of my ass. Going to go to the source right now to make sure I'm not saying something fucking stupid. However, the Blue Jays have been playing very, very, very well lately. Very well. They have won 1, 2. All right. Well, not as well as I thought. They've won 4 of the last 6. Before that, they dropped a bunch to Tampa Bay. But they've also been beating the Yankees. They didn't beat Tampa Bay. They beat Cleveland. I just feel like, Marlins are not playing well, I will say. Maybe stay away from this game. I thought Blue Jays had a better angle than they do. I think the starting pitching matchup, it favors the Blue Jays, and that's why they're getting favored so much. However, at -162, that just is not worth it. And -1.5, I'm not taking with the Blue Jays. Padres Cubs, 805. Padres getting +100. They are getting even money. Cubs at home getting -115. The tickets and money are in different directions. So the tickets from the public are stacked on the Padres 62%. However, the money is stacked on the Cubs at 80%, which is very interesting considering the Padres are one of the best teams in the MLB. I'm sure the Cubs have some cool ass starting pitcher. Oh, it's Kyle Hendricks.
He's so cool. Pretty well.
I'm sure, everyone's going to start based off the starting pitcher, which is just the stupidest fucking thing you can possibly do. As I've said over and over and over again, you don't bet based off the starting pitcher unless you want to take like a first 5.
Yeah, do your first 5s. You got first 5s. Use your first 5s. Odds are the same. Come on.
They played yesterday when the Cubs beat them 7-2. But man, this is one of the best teams in baseball. The recent series, they won 2-1 against Houston. They split with Milwaukee 2-2, and they fucking trounced the Mariners. After losing to the Cubs yesterday, I don't see them losing again today. I can tell you that much. And at +100, that's a damn nice spot, considering even if you are betting on starting pitcher on this game, the Padres have a better starting pitcher. A 1.31 ERA with a 0.9 whip. It's just a better pitcher. I like the Padres here. I know they're hurt, and I know that's why the line is what it's at, but it's baseball. Next man up. 840 we have the Texas Rangers getting minus 107 against the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies are at home, so we can't just fade their off. Wait, before we do this, what do you think the Rockies' new away record is? Considering this is a record-breaking season for how historically bad the Rockies are on the road. I don't know. I'm checking.
Did they get a fourth one?
They did get a fourth. They did get a fourth win. They are now 4-22 on the road.
No.
The Rockies.
Quick math.
Now, hey, the Texas Rangers are almost as bad as the Colorado Rockies on the road and almost as good at home. These are two very similar teams.
Just keep in mind, that is a point. Oh, sorry, not a point. An 18% win percentage on the road. And I think
they're 16-12 at home.
When we looked at the worst road teams of all time, I think it was still in the 20s. Like, they are still doing so bad. Even with that elusive fourth win on the road, it's historically bad. Especially the fact that they're not that bad of a team at home.
Yeah. I don't understand this line very much. I think the Rockies are in a good spot here. The Rockies at minus 109 at home, where they play better. Rangers have been dog shit on the road this season. And Rockies getting 65% of tickets and 51% of money, so it's basically split. Interesting. I kind of like the Rockies here. I think we fade Rockies on the road and we take Rockies at home.
Makes sense.
Pretty simple.
Can't argue with that.
At 10-10, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Dodgers. The Dodgers destroyed the Cardinals last night. Dodgers getting minus 200 at home. St. Louis getting plus 165 on the road. Tickets are 62% on the Dodgers and 76% of money on the Dodgers. The Dodgers have not been playing great baseball as of late. However, I don't think you bet against the Dodgers at home. I just don't. I do every once in a while love fading the Dodgers when the opposite team's getting like plus 300 for absolutely no reason, because no team in baseball should be getting plus 300 right now because they're all very even. I would just stay away from this game, honestly. Not worth taking with the Dodgers at minus 200. Public is a little bit stacked on the Dodgers. Another reason to kind of stay away. Yeah, it's just not a game worth taking, I don't think.
No.
We have White Sox and Indians.
Baby.
At 6:10.
Who cares who's pitching?
Indians, hang on, hold your horses. Indians at home getting minus 148. Chicago White Sox, one of the best teams in baseball, getting plus 125 on the road against the Indians. Tickets are split 50-50. Money is stacked 70% on the Indians. Let's see. Give me a lefty.
Come on, lefty. Come on, lefty. Come on, lefty.
Starting pitcher for the Indians, right-handed Shane Bieber. Damn it.
Boo.
What a fucking sucker punch to the nuts.
God dang it.
However, I will say that just because it is a righty and it's just because it's Shane Bieber, the White Sox getting plus money at any time is an interesting thing. White Sox very good.
Plus 125.
White Sox much better at home. They're 29 at home, only 13-12 on the road. However, it's still the White Sox. They're still a very good team. They have played a lot of times this year. They've played over 10 times already this year, and It's basically here. Listen to this. So since April 12th, they have played 10 times.
Okay.
Chicago won, then Cleveland won, then Chicago won, then Cleveland won, then Chicago won, then Cleveland won, then Chicago won, then Cleveland won, Chicago won, and then Cleveland won yesterday. They have quite literally gone back and forth the entire season.
So why are the
and
White
Cleveland
Sox
won the last game? We're taking the White Sox.
So why are the White Sox at plus 125?
Because trends were meant to be broken, but we're going with this trend tonight. I don't care.
I mean, I get the back and forth part's fun, but even if you don't even look at that, it's still 500. Like teams that are 500 against each other, you know,
plus money. Yeah.
I was like, oh, sure.
Like
exactly 500 against each other.
Let me check the road versus away on this. Okay, yeah, the away team wins half the time. This is one of the weirdest, most like symmetrical head-to-heads I've ever seen.
That's crazy. That's one to keep an eye out for. If the White Sox win this one,
They
take the
split.
Indians
They're
next.
five. Yeah, right. Um, that's dude. I'm just looking at it. They've literally Chicago's won, so it's 5-5. They're both 5-5 the last 10. Chicago's won 3 at home, 2 on the road. Cleveland's won 3 on the road, 2 at home. This is like the most symmetrical series I've ever seen in my life. I'm taking the White Sox tonight just to say that I did it, just to say that I found this trend, and just to say that, yep, I'm the best. This is a power move. This is gonna be a power move taking the White Sox tonight. I don't care if it ain't a lefty. I don't care if Shane Bieber's on the fucking mound. You split every series back and forth. I'm taking the White Sox. I don't care.
Cool.
This goes against
That's
every
cool
single
one.
betting thing I've ever done ever. And please do not actually take the White Sox tonight based off of them going back and forth. However, fuck you, Vegas. I do what I want. That's a power move. I'm taking the White Sox tonight. 7:05.
That's a conflicting end right there.
Yeah, no. I just like literally said opposite things for the past 2 minutes. 7:05. We have Twins versus Orioles. Orioles at home getting plus 143. Twins on the road getting minus 167. Twins have been playing better as of recently, and I did bet them yesterday, and they won, which is, I think I'm now 4-11 on the season in Twins games. So go me.
Let's go.
Rockies got nothing on how bad this record is, bitches.
No, they're still worse.
But yes, Orioles are on a 14-game losing streak, I think. I think it's 14 now. I think it was 13 yesterday, and then the Twins beat them. However, that game did go to 10 innings, and the Twins only won 3-2. Twins getting 74% of tickets, 76% of money, so a little bit of stack on the Twins on the road. I'm going to stay away from this game because I got the Twins yesterday, and that's a win that I never really get anyways, so I'm just going to leave that series alone. However, I would think that you bet against the Orioles during a 14-game losing streak. However, I have said multiple times, over and over and over again, that if there's one team that will lose to a team that's lost 14 times in a row, it is the Minnesota Twins. They will find a way to fuck something up. I promise you. They always do. At 7:10, we have the Phillies and the Reds. I believe the Reds won yesterday. By a lot, too. I think it was like 10-1. Yeah,
it was
11-1.
11-1. Yeah.
11-1. Reds getting favorited tonight at home, minus 121. Phillies on the road, plus 105. I've said it before. I do not like the Phillies when they're not at home. They are a bad team on the road. And let me check the record. But I feel like this has just become... Oh, Aaron Nola is on the mound. He's good. Yeah. Phillies are 15-10 at home and only 10-19 on the road. They struggle.
Wow.
They struggle. Aaron Nola is on the mound, which is probably the Phillies' best pitcher. However, he does struggle on the road. You know, he don't like the away from his building. He feels very comfy and secure at home, and he feels threatened and endangered on the road.
Like a
again,
deer on
like
the road.
Like I said, I don't like taking the Phillies on the road. I think the Reds at minus 121 is about the limit I'll go for juice in baseball, but the Reds should win this game. 71% of tickets are on the Reds and 81% of the money are on the Reds. So that's something to look out for. Maybe a trap game. Maybe put the Reds in a parlay or something. I don't think I'm going to take them straight. Maybe minus 1.5 if you're really feeling the gumption. But for the most part, I'd probably stay away from that game. But if you are betting it, do not take the Phillies. They're awful on the road. Nationals and Braves. Braves getting minus 139 at home. Nationals plus 120 on the road. Braves getting 57% of tickets. However, 86% of money. So we have a big stack on the Braves tonight. The Braves have been playing better baseball as of recent. The Nationals, I believe, have not been playing better baseball as of recent. Steven Strasburg is on the mound. That is one of the Nationals' better pitchers. However, he has not had a great season this season. Head-to-head, let's see. They've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and Atlanta has won 6 times.
Hmm.
So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They did win 5-3 yesterday. Maybe take the Braves -1.5 tonight, just because they seem to have the Nationals number. Good pitcher on the mound, but yeah, I think I kind of like the Braves here tonight. A lot of money getting stacked on them. Definitely do not take their money line at -139. If you're gonna take them -1, -1.5. Which should be plus money. Yeah, it is. Yeah, -1.5 Braves. I kind of like that. I don't like that the public is stacking money on them, but I can see why it's happening.
Yeah.
740. We have the Brewers at home against the Tigers. Brewers getting -180. Tigers getting +155. Brewers getting absolutely stacked by the public. We've got 77% of tickets on the Brewers and 95% of money.
Wow.
Tigers really get disrespected by the public a lot. I've seen many games this season where the Tigers come in at +200, +180, and the public gives them 5% of money, and then they end up winning. They did it against the Yankees the other day. They did it against, I forget the other team. They did it against someone else too. And I think they could do it again. Detroit's really not that bad of a team. They've won 4 of the last 6 after losing quite a few in a row. But in their last 6 games, they beat the Cleveland Indians 1-0. They lost the Cleveland Indians 2-5. They beat the Yankees 3-2, 6-1, and 6-2. And then they lost to Milwaukee yesterday 3-2. This doesn't seem like that bad of a team to be getting that ridiculous of plus money. However, the Brewers are a very good team, very hot right now. Have won 8 of their past 10.
So hot right now.
Very hot team. I'm going to stay away from that game because the Brewers are getting 95% of money, which seems a little bit crazy. And I've just seen the Detroit Tigers fuck the public over too many times to be betting on the same side. So if you're looking for a big ol' plus money value today, maybe the Tigers with fading the public, but Brewers hot. Tigers seem to upset teams that they shouldn't. Don't really want to play that one. Astros, Red Sox, 8-10 tonight. Astros at home, -134. Boston Red Sox on the road, +112. Astros getting slightly stacked on the public, getting 60% of tickets and 79% of money. The Red Sox are not a bad team. The Red Sox are probably a top 10 baseball team. Houston Astros, obviously a top 5 baseball team. Going to be a really good game tonight. However, Houston at home is just a different animal. They started the season really bad at home and then just kind of started figuring it out. And I just don't want to bet against the Astros. Astros are a mean team. Mean team. They will lose games that they're supposed to win and win games that are supposed to be close. It just doesn't make any sense. They've played once this year. Yesterday, Houston beat them 11-2. Boston is a good team on the road, 16-8. Houston is a good team at home, 18-12. Again, I think this is a stay away game. I've said that a few times today, but I don't like it. I can see the Houston Astros winning this game more than I can see the Red Sox winning this game, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We have Pirates Royals also at 8-10.
Just a little thing for that. The Red Sox Astros game.
Yeah.
Alex Cora.
Yes.
This is his first return to Houston after the sign stealing scandal with the, going now with the Red Sox. First time going back there. So could be a little bit of
could be a couple hit people in this one.
Little animosity in this game.
Interesting. This might be, hey, it's going to be a fun game to watch. If you have not been watching the Astros games at all this year, you should probably turn on one or two because the whole sign stealing thing, the whole cheating thing is definitely not forgotten.
No.
Not at all.
No, it is not.
Players very much are still very angry about it. Fans are still very angry about it. The Dodgers were fucking livid about it when they played them. Teams are just not. They don't like the Astros, and the Astros are playing very well.
And that makes them like them a lot
less.
less.
Considering that they have a target on their back, and probably everyone's playing their hardest against the Astros, and they're still above 500 and playing very well, is pretty impressive. Astros are a very, very good team. And we should probably look out for them this season. Pirates, Royals, at the Royals. Royals getting minus 200. Pirates getting plus 170. And Royals getting 74% of tickets, 78% of money. I don't think the Royals should be getting minus 200 against anybody. I know it's the Pirates. I know the Pirates are really bad. However, the Royals are really bad too. Minus 200 seems a little bit ridiculous. Let me pull up the stats here real quick, so I'm not talking out of my ass.
Now, maybe I'm just not on it with my baseball odds, but it seems kind of crazy that it's minus 200, but then for the Royals, but then the Royals minus 1.5 is plus money.
That is kind of crazy, actually, now that I think about it. Because minus 200, normally a minus 1.5 would sit at like minus 110.
Yeah, it would be a minus for sure.
Yeah, that is interesting. And I see why too, because it's the Royals. They're not overly impressive. They have won 6 of their last 10, 3 of their last 4. However, they were playing against the Minnesota Twins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, and Chad Kuhl pitched yesterday, who was probably one of the worst pitchers in all of baseball for the Pirates. Yeah, I just don't think the Royals should be getting favored like that on anybody. However, the Pittsburgh Pirates are very bad. Stay away game. Don't bet on that one. Not worth it. Royals getting stacked on public. Just don't bet it. It looks like a trap game waiting to happen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Angels, Giants, 945. Giants getting minus 157. Giants are officially my favorite team to bet on in baseball right now. Angels getting plus 135. However, the Giants are getting 81% of tickets and 94% of money. That is the biggest. Besides the Brewers over the Tigers, that is the biggest stack of the day.
Ooh. That's a big stack.
That's a big stack. Oh, actually, the Cleveland Indians, I don't know if I said this before. Cleveland Indians are getting 92% against the White Sox because Shane Bieber's on the mound.
I don't think that's even. Oh, man.
I don't like that.
White Sox.
But yes, Giants getting minus 157. Giants gotta be one of the best teams in baseball right now. I don't care what you say. They are in probably the hardest division. They probably play the toughest teams of just about anyone in the entire league. And they are winning a fuckload of games. A lot of games. Not to mention, San Francisco does have the Angels number this year. Angels are 4-6 in their last 10. Giants are 6-4, but have won 6 of their past 7. And that came against the Dodgers 4 times. So, like I said, very good team, playing very good baseball against a team that doesn't have Mike Trout. Shohei Ohtani is not pitching. So, and the Giants have a good starting pitch. I see why the public is stacking on them, which makes me scared because I don't really want to take them. However, Giants minus 1.5 has been a pretty damn good bet no matter who they play.
And plus,
and at minus 1.5. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Maybe just put Giants in a parlay, a money line in a parlay or something like that. But man, the Giants are hot and they'll cool down eventually. But I'm gonna keep betting them until they do. They're a very, very, very good and underrated baseball team. Tell me the last time that a baseball team was basically the first in their division. They're 34-20. Betting their money line all season would have profited you $1,600 at $100 bets. Tell me why this team comes in every game at like minus 150. Yet the Dodgers, who aren't playing as well as they are, come in at minus 220 every game. It's literally just the name, I feel like, at this point. The game, look at this.
It's just about what people think.
Like, this is ridiculous.
Not about the truth.
Hang on, let me go to their past results. This team is fucking 34-20. 34-20. That's good for what? 3rd or 2nd in the entire MLB? Yet every single game they come in, here, let's go to the past results. Win at minus 149 against the Angels, one of the worser teams in baseball. Win against the Arizona Diamondbacks at minus 110. Arizona Diamondbacks only have 20 wins too. Win, Arizona Diamondbacks, minus 163. If that was the Dodgers playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, that would have been minus 230. Win against the Cincinnati Reds, plus 136. Win against the Reds, minus 115. Win against the Reds, plus 108. Win against the Reds, plus 122. Win against the Pittsburgh Pirates, minus 165. Tell me how the fucking Royals are getting minus 200, yet one of the best teams in baseball, San Francisco Giants, played them at minus 165. Is there something I'm missing about the Giants right now? Are they just playing like out of their fucking mind and they should not be this good?
It doesn't matter if they're
Like,
shit or not. They just
yeah,
are.
I think, see, this is why I feel like I have an added edge on other MLB bettors because I don't listen to what everyone else says because I don't know that much about baseball in the first place. Like, I know enough to be betting it, but I don't know enough to be like, oh, this dude had blah, 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 blah.
When he's facing
dude,
lefty batters, when it's over
San
60
Francisco
degrees
Giants are
in North
fucking
Dakota.
good. They're 34-20, and they're sitting at minus 157 against the LA Angels, who are not good, and they don't have Mike Trout. I just fucking no brainer. Sorry, I don't care what public is stacking on them at this point. This is just ridiculous. I don't understand why these lines are the way they are, and I'm just going to continue to bet the San Francisco Giants every single game because they win almost every game at ridiculously good odds. My favorite team to bet on in baseball by a mile, not even close. One of my other favorite teams, Athletics versus Mariners. Seattle Mariners getting plus 140 at home. Oakland Athletics getting minus 162 on the road. Oakland has not been playing well lately at all. Very, very bad. Their pitching has gone to shit. Their defense does not look great. Their bats stopped working. Bassett is on the mound, who's one of the better pitchers for Oakland, if not the best pitcher. Like, Oakland has only won 4 games in the last 10. They split the series against the Angels, which they should not have. They have, the Mariners have beaten them 3 out of the 4 times already this season. And they're at home, and the Mariners have won 7 of their past 10. They've won 5 in a row. Also coming in at plus money on almost every single one of them. One of my favorite teams to bet on in baseball. And not to mention that the Oakland Athletics are getting 88% of tickets, 80% of money.
Wow.
Good spot for the Mariners tonight. Great spot for the Mariners tonight. Plus 140 at home against a team that's been struggling. Now they have to go on the road. Mariners a good team at home. Man, I just feel like the public might have this one wrong. They might just have this one wrong. They've beaten them 3 out of 4 times. I'm going Mariners tonight. That is probably my favorite underdog bet in the MLB today is the Mariners over the Athletics. At home, plus 140. That's a good line. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. And then the last MLB game, 9:40, the New York Mets against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are at home getting plus 102. Mets on the road getting minus 120. Public is stacked on the Mets at 86% of tickets, 85% of money. Let me double check. I think the Mets are very bad on the road. However, the Arizona Diamondbacks are 19-36. This is just a game of – this is going to be a bad game to watch. It's either going to be super exciting because it's going to be like 20-20 or it's going to be literally 0-0 because both these teams are just dog shit. New York Mets, incredible at home, 15-5, but struggle on the road at 11-15. Arizona, it doesn't matter if they're playing in a fucking garage or at Yankee Stadium or at home. They suck. 9-21 on the road, 10-15 at home. They suck. Everyone's stacked on the Mets for good reason, especially at those odds. I'm probably also leaning Mets, but boy, this does not seem like a fun game to bet on. I would be staying the fuck away from that one. That's all the MLB for today. Under overs, anything that I'm liking the over in the Padres game. I'm liking the over in the Athletics game. I'm liking the under in the Blue Jays game. Actually, I really like the under in the Blue Jays game. Holy shit. 8.5 for 2 teams that are known for their defense. Okay. Really like the under in the Blue Jays game. And then the over in the Tampa Bay Yanks game. Did I not pick for the Tampa Bay Yanks game? I don't think I did.
No, I might have missed that one.
I would be taking the Rays again because I love fading the Yankees right now, and I love betting on the Tampa Bay Rays because they. I know I've said this about like 2 or 3 teams now, but Tampa Bay is actually probably one of the hottest, like the hottest team in baseball. They are playing out of their fucking mind right now, and Tyler Glasnow is pitching. They're 20-7 on the road.
Wow. What the?
And they have won 9 of their last 10.
Insane.
And these aren't Mickey Mouse teams either. This is Toronto Blue Jays. This is the Phillies at home. This is New York Yankees on the road. Like this is a good team. Yankees also have lost their last 4, including 3 to Detroit in a row, and they have only won 4 of their past 10. I like Tampa Bay here. I'm really enjoying watching the Yankees lose. It brings a special warmth to my heart watching the Yankees get shit on. That is probably my least favorite team in all of sports. And I just love watching them lose. It literally makes me happy. I hate that team so much. Why do I hate that team? Because my team's the Minnesota Twins. And for 17 fucking years straight, I've just watched the Yankees obliterate us anytime we get anywhere near the damn playoffs. All right. I'm good now. That's baseball.
Get that off your chest. It's all right. It's all right.
I think there's only one sport left.
Oh yeah, we're it's a little bit of basketball, but we ain't talking NBA.
We ain't talking NBA. We're talking the better basketball league, the WNBA.
Might have to zoom through the dubs. We're already at 12:02 on the night. Oh man. Luckily.
So we're probably getting the best WNBA game of the year at 7:00. Las Vegas Aces are taking on the Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun are hot right now.
Now,
hot team.
Why do I not see these odds?
They might not be up yet on your book. Sun is getting -1. -1.
Oh.
But I only see that up on PointsBet.
Yeah, they're just not on this. This is the only game that's not on DraftKings right now.
Interesting.
Just odd.
It will be.
Yeah.
Public stacking on the Aces. I know why, because the Aces are a good team. However, Connecticut Sun have come out of nowhere this season. They're 6-2. Las Vegas is 5-2. Vegas is 4-2-1 against the spread. Connecticut 6-2 against the spread. Questionable. Okay, hang on. Alyssa Thomas is questionable. She's not that big of a player. Connecticut Sun also coming off an overtime loss to the Lynx, which they should not have lost. They were winning that game. We had the Connecticut Sun -2. They were pretty much up by 6 the entire game until the last 45 seconds. They choked it, got into OT, and just got fucking pummeled in OT. Absolutely pummeled. I like the Connecticut Sun here for a bounce back, -1. Aces are good. Aces have, but the Aces also have beaten the Indiana Fever twice. They're coming off 2 extremely easy games to the Indiana Fever because the Fever are really bad, really, really, really bad. So I think this is going to be a bit of a shot to the mouth of a good play. The Aces haven't played anyone that incredibly good. However, these 2 teams have played before, and Connecticut did win by 7 when Vegas was favored by 6. Interesting. I think I'm leaning Sun here tonight, especially with people stacking on the Aces. I think I like the Sun here. Sparks Wings. LA Sparks play the Dallas Wings at 8:00. The LA Sparks are really bad at basketball. My foot has an annoying itch on it, and it won't go away. God. 8:00. Dallas Wings at home against the Sparks, getting -1. Public stacking on the Sparks a little bit, which does surprise me. I would think that the public would fade the shit out of the Sparks because they are not a good team. Actually, this is pick 'em. Dallas is only 1-4. Sparks are 2-2. Both teams are 2-2 against, Dallas is 2-3 against the spread. LA is 2-2 against the spread. However, the one thing I will say for Dallas is that they have been playing very good teams. They had to play Atlanta Dream, who's a good team. They had to play the New York Liberty, who has Sabrina and is playing very good basketball right now. They've had to play the Seattle Storm, who is pretty much widely known as the best team in the WNBA right now. And then they played LA Sparks, who they fucking trounced last time by 23. They played them. I think that Dallas is in a good spot. I think that the only reason that they're 1-4 is because they're playing some of the top teams in the WNBA right now. And the LA Sparks are 2-2 because they played Chi-Town, who's not good, twice in a row. And that is their only 2 wins of the season. They lost by 23 to the Dallas Wings. They lost by 28 to the Las Vegas Aces. And then they beat Chi-Town, who's not a good team. Chi-Town Sky are not good. Yeah, I like Dallas tonight. What else do we have? Mercury and Chi-Town Sky at 8:30. Chi-Town Sky getting -1.5. Public stacking a little bit on the Mercury. I don't know. Wait, who is the Mercury? Do you know? I can't think of who that is.
Like from where?
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. That's right. Let's see here real quick. Let me just pull up their stats. Chi-Town Sky 2-4, 2-4 against the spread. Phoenix 3-3, 3-2-1 against the spread. I've said this before. I do not think Chicago is very good at all. I don't know a ton about the Mercury, except that they did beat. No, they did not. They came within 6 to Las Vegas. They were pretty much winning that entire game until they choked it in the last seconds. They just came off a win against Dallas, but they got trounced by the Connecticut Sun and beat the Mystics. This is a good team. This is a pretty good team. Phoenix Mercury is definitely like a mediocre middle of the pack team, but you give them someone that's shitty like Chicago Sky and they will beat them. Especially being underdogs in this game, I don't agree with that at all. +1.5. Their money line, that means, is +102. They're getting plus money. I like the Mercury here. I like Phoenix Mercury here. Not gonna lie. And then the last game of the day, the Seattle Storm play the Indiana Fever, and they are getting -15. And honestly, I don't think it's enough. I really don't.
We hate the Fever.
The Fever are a very, very bad basketball team going against the best WNBA team. The Storm are still the best team. If you don't understand how bad the Indiana Fever are, they are 1-7. They are 1-7 against the spread. Seattle Storm are 5-1, 3-3 against the spread, which is interesting, actually.
And these are no little spreads.
No, these aren't little, like not covering the spreads. So this is they've been underdogged at. Oh, sorry. They started the season getting favorited in their first 2 games, and then once people realized that they were really bad, they stopped getting favorited. Their last 2 spreads have been 11 and 13.5. They didn't cover either one. Let's just go through their plays or their games this year. They lost to the Liberty by 3, which is good for the first game of the year. And then they played the Liberty again 2 days later and lost by 8. And then they played the Sun and lost by 21. The Dream, they lost by 4. They beat the Mystics by 12. And then 2 days later, lost to the Mystics by 16. And then they've lost to the Aces by 36.
Oh, man, that's still pretty bad.
Only to do it again 2 days later and lose by 23. Bad team. Not a good team. I don't care if it's a -20 spread. I'll still take Seattle Storm tonight. Best team in the WNBA going against the worst team. Yeah, I'll take it.
There you go. That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. That's a pretty straightforward, easy pick.
Taking Fever at money line +650.
Is that what it's at?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of low.
If you want to make 6 times your money off of one WNBA game, here's your shot. It probably won't happen, but here's your shot.
Before we go, under-overs for WNBA, I like the under in the Sun game, I like the under in the Sky game, and I like the over in the Sparks game.
There you go. Like that.
And that's every single sport we're betting
That's
on.
every sport that ever existed.
Well, not quite, but you know.
That's a little bit of a lie.
That's it.
But
That's all the bets for today.
That's
all the stories for today. All the scandals for today.
So you know what? That's the show.
Lines for today.
That's the show.
Do you want a 60-minute money line or a 60-second money line? You ready?
Right. Hold on. To make sure it's legit.
I'm not ready. I'm going to start with NHL, and then I'm going to go NBA, MLB, and WNBA.
All right.
Ready?
Then I got a route. Bam.
Okay. I'm taking the Lightning. I am taking the Suns. I am taking the Nets. I am taking the Nuggets. I am taking, let me get to MLB, the Rays, the Twins, the Blue Jays, the Padres, Dodgers, the White Sox, the Reds, the Braves, the Tigers. I'm going to say Tigers over Brewers. The Astros, the Royals, the Rockies, the Giants, the Mariners, and the Mets. And then WNBA, I am taking the Sun, the Wings, the Mercury, and the Storm.
A little 40-second guy.
Nice. God, I'm getting fucking good at that. We appreciate you, fellas.
There we go.
We appreciate it. Todd, thanks for hopping in the chat today. We appreciate all the fellas tuning into all these. Our views have been going up almost every day we do this show.
Yeah, it's
we really
been great.
Appreciate it.
It's been.
Appreciate everyone watching us talk about sports, talk about bets. We appreciate all the love on Twitter. We appreciate all the love in VIP. We've been selling subscriptions. We appreciate all of you. Keep tuning into the show. The show will keep getting better. I promise.
Keep on coming back. We can't get worse.
Until my fucking stupid adapters. Sid, we'll see ya.
Bye, Sid.
Bye, Sid. Bye, fellas. Thanks for tuning in.
Mostly Sid.
Mostly Sid.
All right, see you, fellas.